I'ma pull out the Baccarat.
DJ Star.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I come out. I ain't on that type shit. When I was a G, the legs riding spat for real. You was a kid, you was a bitch, going to clap for real. Ain't gotta pretend. No. Look.
Good. All right. So we want to welcome everybody back. Season 3 Cal Podcast. This is episode, I think it's episode number 12. It's episode number 12. So we got a returning guest. She was with us during season 1. She didn't get on for season 2, so she owed us season 3. But she's back with us in the Cal. So we want to welcome back Odie. I think you were our 3rd official guest.
Maybe.
You was either 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you kicked off one of our episodes what we call Perk Roundtable, which you get a lot of epic stuff by that. But you did help kick off. We want to welcome back into the cap the one and only 1/3 of Team Golden, Miss Avery, aka Miss Grambling State University.
Oh, thank you. It was a long time ago. That was over 10 years ago.
It don't matter. It all counts. So we got somebody who was she was Miss Graham 02 when Perk was done. We know her. We still call her Miss Graham.
Well, I guess you're always the year that you were.
You still Miss Graham.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Okay.
I wear it with pride.
You should, because that's what it was say to my phone as Miss Graham, but now it's just Team Golden.
That's fine. I can take that too.
So, but welcome back to the Calf, Avery. How you doing?
I'm rolling, work and work.
And work. Okay. Yeah, we know. For those who don't know, we got a time limit with Avery because she got more work to get to. So
I actually do.
Yeah. So we got to keep this rolling. So as y'all already know, Quita and Perk, they get on when they get on. Quita probably get on before Perk, but I'm just gonna get this thing popping. So Avery, a lot has changed since season 1.
Okay.
First thing first. If you didn't know, we just went over our 50th episode. We celebrate 1 year of doing this. Mm-hmm. And we kind of picked up our questions. So our first question that we always ask everybody, and we did not come up with this question. We got it from Charlemagne, the guy from the Breakfast Club. How are you doing mentally and physically with everything going on?
Mentally, honestly, I probably could be doing better. Physically, I'm trying to hang in there, but when you have life on top of every other thing that you're trying to do, there are some times where I have to disconnect from work, from social media, just to give me a day to just kind of
Well, you do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know when you on social media. I trust me. Yeah. I know, but as you were.
Yeah, I mean, but that's for my mental space, though. Sometimes you need those mornings without picking up your phone and scrolling on a social media page, or for some people, you are scrolling before you go to sleep. You need those times in your life to where you are disconnected from the beauties and the hells of life, and the beauties and the hells of everybody else's life. And so for me, mentally, those are some, that's the main thing that I do to try to disconnect myself. And I also try my best to disconnect myself from work. I find myself working a lot, and there are some days and some weekends where I have to just because if I don't, I'm going to go crazy if I don't. So,
Avery, she's former Miss Grammy. She's beautiful, intelligent. We keep on a level. but it's a ratchet side to her. But we don't want that side. So we keep her here because we need her here. So.
Well, you know that because you are my friend and you are a close friend, and so you know that. But
we keep you right here where we need you. Okay.
I appreciate that. But yeah, physically, I'm trying to get myself back into the groove of trying to keep myself physically healthy as well. But I just kind of take it day by day at this point, okay. And just try to mellow out life when it feels like it's too much. I do step back, or I try my best to.
Now,
I appreciate that question though.
No, I appreciate you answering, because here's the thing. When we started this question, we didn't ask you in season 1, because when we started, season 1 was like on the back end of COVID, which I mean, we was starting, so we really didn't have everything how we should have it. But as we start asking people these questions,
right.
We start finding ourselves. And plus, 2 things happened not recently, but in the last couple of months. What's the Miss Black Universe, the girl who committed suicide? Mm-hmm. And then there was another young lady from New York who it was
right after each other, yeah.
And so, and this is just me speaking. This is just how I am. When I see 2 beautiful Black young ladies do something like that, it just hurts me, because I'm like, what was going on, or what? Even though I didn't know them, I never met them. Only thing I know is about pictures. One, I didn't even know she exists. It's like, what could I have done to help those 2 beautiful Black ladies, because they're no longer here with us.
Yeah, you never know what people are going through, and you'd be surprised how many people are functioning with mental health issues or functioning with depression. Mm-hmm. You never know what's going on, and even with COVID, it probably made some things worse. Dealing with, I think, what we're going through now with people dealing with like finances and job security and things like that. You never know what people are going through. So it's good to ask, and it's good to be kind, because you never know. Like, I know it's cliche that, you never know what people are going through, and you don't. So I appreciate the question.
Okay. So we upgraded, getting better at questions. So I got to ask, was anybody in your family was affected by COVID?
No, not that I know of. Okay. I'm speaking for my family. We did lose our matriarch of our family in July of last year. So it hasn't been a full year yet. So that was tough for all of us, because my grandmother was 98.
Ooh, she live life.
Mm-hmm. And for
almost made it to 100.
Yeah, almost made it to 100. And this year she would have made 100, because when she passed, she was about a month or so before she turned 99. And so this year she would have made 100. And in my life, all of my Christmases, all of my Easters, and all of my days before Thanksgiving, since we're in we do Bayou Classic, has always been at her house. And so this, it's a little hard, but it wasn't COVID though, but we did lose her. Just in general, she was just an important person in our family.
Did you get infected by COVID, or you missed over it?
So I feel like, before COVID was COVID, right? You know how people say that they got sick and they just thought it was a really, really, really bad flu. And I got sick and I thought it was a really, really, really bad flu. So I treated it as the flu. So I think, and like, I didn't, they didn't necessarily have a name for it, but it was like around the Christmas break, going into the new year, like 2019, going into 20. And I remember being like ridiculously like sick to where like I stayed in my room. I didn't come out. I didn't do anything. So I think that was probably COVID in the way that I was feeling. Okay. But beyond that, no. Or at least not that I know of. No, because people can be what's the word? Asymptomatic. You can be walking around, didn't know that you had it.
I forget it. I was trying to look it up as you were talking, but I don't think it's gonna work out. So, but once again, we upgraded our question, so that's another one. Now, here's my question, and I'm gonna ask you because I'm a big advocate of that. Because during this last couple of years, I've just seen it. Now, I just got to point out, there's been a lot of men running up in women's houses, and I'm a big advocate. Avery, do you have a gun license, and do you have a gun?
Yes, and yes.
Thank you. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Because I've been seeing a lot of videos. I'm just like, yo, it's time for these women to I tell everybody. And when Quita get on her ass too, because I've been begging her to at least go get the license.
Yeah, I go. So my gun fits in my purse.
Talk to me.
And it probably goes 98% of the time with me.
Talk to me.
And it definitely, especially if I'm by myself, it's with me 100% of the time. 100% of the time. I'm not playing with nobody out here. If you try to do something to me, I'm gonna put that lead in you.
That's
okay.
That's all I care about.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially, you live in a city and you seem or may look like you might have something somebody can rob or steal from you, then you're possibly a target. And so, or there's just crazy people out here. Like, for instance, and so where I live, I went to go get my nails done. I went to go get my nails done. I went to eat and I went to the movies. And there's this like boardwalk type place here, right? So went and got my nails done, went to eat, went to the movies. When I came out of the movies, there were police cars everywhere. I was like, what is going on, And so
hold on, for people wondering where she lives, she lives in Iowa. All right, she lives in Iowa. So go, if you want to go meet Avery, she lives in Iowa. Go ahead, Avery. Just yeah, go ahead.
But so where I went, when I walked out of the movies, I'm like, I see police cars, I see crime tape, I see all of this coming out the movies. I'm like, what the hell? And so the next day, of course, I'm looking it up to try to see like what was going on. Because when I say I couldn't get out, like the police had to let me out. Okay. Anyway, come to find out, apparently there was this man that was in the parking garage that sexually assaulted a woman.
Yeah, that's why. But go ahead.
But no, I'm giving this example for that reason. Like, had he tried me, he would have been dead on the concrete. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and it's not just people robbing you. People are trying to do things like they're trying to sexually assault you. There's just crazy, insane people around here for you to not have something on you, especially if you are a woman. Especially if you are a woman and you are going somewhere solo, you need to make sure that you are protected and that you are, that you can defend yourself.
And let me point out, most of the videos I've been seeing, I have seen nothing with white women.
Wait, you're breaking up. You broke up. What you said?
I said black. Oh, hold on. You hear me now?
Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, don't scare me like that. I was saying black women, because all the videos I've seen have been black women. I have seen no videos with white women. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be racist. I haven't seen nothing with Mexicans, Latinos, except for that shooting that happened in Atlanta where old boy went to the Asian massage parlor. But everything I've seen that's been like is literally black women getting attacked. So that's why I'm a big advocate of all black women getting a gun license or even getting a gun. I ain't saying do what Avery do, kill them. But maybe you can knock 2 in the air, they'll get the hint to back up. But I'm just happy that you got that on you.
No, if I feel like I am in immediate danger, you're going to fall on that ground, homeboy.
Okay. So that brings me to my next thing, because I just want to point this out, because you say I am family. But at the time,
you say what?
At the time, remember this about your sister?
Now, why would you put her stuff up there like that?
Because I want her to know.
Now, why you ain't take her name out?
I've scrubbed it. This is recorded. I'll scrub it. They ain't gonna know who this is. But I am gonna tag her in it. So when she see it. But I'm gonna scrub her name out. But at the time, you see, I told her happy birthday. What did she say?
Thank you, love.
Okay. All right. So then it brings me to my next picture. Happy B-Day.
I don't see the problem.
I'm just saying before it was love. When you say love, that means it's somebody I don't know, or
you're assuming that she didn't know you.
Well, the first one said love, but when this year when it passed, it was thank you, Florida.
I think that she answered you. She gave you a word of endearment. Did not mean that she didn't know who you are. And then this year, she said your name. She could have said, thank you, Florida love. She could have said, thank you, love. Thank you, fam. The point of the matter is she said thank you. Because you got some rude, you got some rude people out here that you tell them happy birthday and they think they too good to say thank you.
No, she told me thank you. I'm like, okay, thank you, love. And I just, because I'm not in her DMs, just commenting on everything she do. I like a couple stuff, her, especially your niece. Shout out to DJ Kitty. But she said love. And then the following year was Florida. I feel appreciated. And that's why I'm like, I'm family officially.
Yes. But it's a word of endearment.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure some other niggas in her DM she probably hit with love too. So,
or she probably leave them on red, like.
I guarantee she do that too. There's no doubt in my mind she does that too. Like, yeah, like for those who don't know, Avery fam. Well, we ain't gonna go there. So okay. let's get on to the main course, the main topic. That was just a preliminary. Once again, like I said, the Cal podcast, we upgraded, so get people in the vibe. Even though you family, we just want to keep the rotation.
What's the vibe? What's the vibe?
Our topic this month, we're talking about wedding season because we see that it's popping back up and a lot of people are getting back out there having weddings. With COVID, people had little stuff, little shindigs, they'll go get the wedding license and say, well, we're going to do something at the house, or y'all could do, this was the best thing for me, was the drive-by stuff where you hunk your horn and drop the gift off. That shit was beautiful to me. But
I love that with the birthdays.
That was the best shit ever. You tell me
I was the only one, like, so you telling me all I have to do is pass by, give you your gift, and I can roll on home.
Beat.
Happy birthday.
All right. Love you.
Going on home.
That was it. I'm like, we should have been it. I like, COVID had its worst moments, but that was one of the best. Yeah. But I did miss weddings because I couldn't get to the food. So, Avery, first question we ask people. What is the most important thing? Number one, uno, if you was planning your wedding that had to be done first. And let me give you a couple of answers because we only got two.
Okay.
One said her support system. She got to get her girls in line. She got to have that in check before she do anything else. The next young lady, she said venue. What would it be for you?
First thing numero uno.
He proposed. You said, I will, I do. Now it's time to get to it. You get your pen and paper. What is the first thing ever gonna do?
Make sure my family can come. So probably the same question as the young lady who talked about her friends, but it would be for my family.
Now, when you say,
and I love my friends like my family as well, but like my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother, like my niece, like I need to make sure yes. So wherever this decides to be, they need to be open though, whatever date they need to be able to travel. If like, let's say if it's a destination wedding, then I need to make sure you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
first thing would be making sure that my family can be there for me. Yeah. Even if it's at the courthouse, they need to be sitting in the pews listening to the judge.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first thing she said is family. And then what is the second thing that's important to you?
The second thing, so the groom is not a part of this, right? He's automatically known to be a part of this.
Nah, this is what if you and your fiance, if it wasn't with your fiance, like he said, I'm finna marry this man. You got to make a list for you. What are you doing? Number one, we know you already said family. What would be the second thing?
The second thing I guess could go with family would be making sure that my friends are available as well. But if we are putting them together with family, then the next thing honestly would be probably food and drinks.
Food and drinks. So we need so we can a caterer and a chef, basically a menu.
Absolutely. I gotta have some food and I have to have a good drink.
All right. So I learned about this last week. So what did they call it before people get there? What is it? Cocktail hour?
Oh yeah, the cocktail hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so I'm glad you brought up food and drinks because lead me right to it. What is happening at your cocktail hour? What is the food? What is the drinks? If you had to choose off the top of your head.
Being a nice Louisiana girl.
That's living in Iowa.
Yes, that's living in Iowa. I need Cajun food.
So give me two. Cocktail hour. Gotta have two foods and a drink.
So my favorite thing to eat is fried fish.
So we got
and fried fish to me goes best with either crawfish etouffee or gumbo. So one or the other. And my drink of choice, if I'm just chilling, hanging out, just having a good time, my drink of choice is Crown. It really doesn't matter the flavor. I haven't tried vanilla, but original is my favorite. And if I'm trying to be cute, I get a French 75.
A what?
A French 75. So champagne.
French 75.
Yeah.
And that's a champagne.
So it's champagne. Some people do it with gin. Some people like to mix it up with rum. Or what I would do sometimes is actually see if the bartender can mix up my Crown with the champagne, and it's actually good to me. And you squeeze a lime in it. That's it.
With champagne, okay.
Yeah, so that's me. That's I don't need all the fancy stuff now. If I just have money to blow.
Remember, we're still in the cocktail hour. Don't leave the cocktail hour. So
with cocktail hour though, cocktail hour is usually like drinks and like hors d'oeuvres or something.
Yeah, that's why I like the fried fish and gumbo during cocktail hour. Like I'm with it.
That's just regular food. So I mean, I don't know, hors d'oeuvres. I don't know.
What kind of hors d'oeuvre? You gotta pick. I'm with the fried fish and gumbo.
No, you know what? Look, you know what? I'm gonna keep the fried fish. Probably add some fried shrimp on there too.
All right.
And probably like little taste of like I don't know, little bites out of like jambalaya or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't put thought into nothing like this.
No, that's why we hit you with the questions. Just hit you with the question. Now,
yeah, I haven't put thought in this, but I just want something. So look, when it comes to the drinks, like I would want a bartender that, yes, we have like drinks that we can make, but they need to be able to, like, if somebody come up to you and say, hey, can you make this? Can you make me an amaretto sour? They need to be able to make an amaretto sour. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would want bartenders that,
Yeah. So let me give you examples. The girl we had on before. Shout out to Sherry's Future. Make sure y'all go check out Fuzzy Feeling Foodist. But she said she would have like a cotton candy stand for the kids, and she would have like lamb chop lollipops, stuff like that. So that's what she.
It sounds like she put thought into it.
Okay, so now y'all in there. If you had to choose main course, I need a main course and I need a dessert. What's on the menu, Avery? You can't say the wedding cake. That's already there. We know that's there.
So dessert. I like a really good sweet potato pie. I like red velvet cake, and I like strawberry shortcake, like the shortcake with the whipped icing and stuff.
Hood rich.
As for main course, can I go back to what I said before?
It's up to you. It's your wedding. I'm just there to eat.
Yeah, I'd still do. Maybe I'll do. I don't know. Maybe you know how you can do the catfish with the etouffee over it, over rice, and then have something like that probably.
Okay. No, I'm still coming.
Of course you're gonna come.
Okay. Now
do.
Look, whether I'm invited or not, I'll find a way to get to Iowa. Don't best believe it. So,
I'm gonna have my wedding in Florida.
Bring it. I'm right there. If you send an invitation, I'm going. Okay. So my next question is for you: are weddings necessary in the time that we're living
in? So I just want people to remember that I am a lawyer and I'm a very it depends type of gal. So to me, it depends. It depends on your finances. If you are financially there to have a wedding that you want, cool. But if you got to pay for this wedding with loans and credit cards, sit your ass down. Go to Justice of Peace or whatever you can afford and do that. Love is love at the end of the day. And you don't need this extravaganza type thing if you cannot afford it. So I think that weddings per se are probably, so I say all that to say that weddings per se are probably not that important as it is to just have your ceremony, exchange your rings, say I do, and, go on about your business, Now, would I want a big extravaganza? I would love to have one, but I would have to be in a financial space to be able to do what I want, I'm not, if I have to take out a credit card or take out a loan to do all of these extravagant things, then no.
Shop with Mayelle Monroe Chic Boutique, where you look and feel like the queen that you are. Visit us at www.shopmyellemonroe.com for the latest and greatest in fashion. Again, that's www.shopmyellemonroe.com.
Headline, Starlight.
If you had your choice, would you have like a traditional wedding or a destination?
Well, I guess technically for me, it would probably be a destination wedding in general. Like I don't want to get married in my hometown
of Iowa.
Right. However, like you thought I was playing about Florida, but ever since I saw
you getting married?
No.
I missed it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
don't shock me and have me come in, nigga. Tell me,
my gosh.
Destination wedding.
He's asking me questions, and so I'm trying my best to answer them as best as I can.
Okay.
So, but I was telling Florida that I guess technically for me it would be a destination wedding, or for whatever it is that I decide to do whenever that time comes, because I'm not getting married where I was born and raised. That's not an option for me, and it's just not gonna happen. But I was telling him that I remember seeing this TV show, and I think that the TV show is still had sometimes, I guess, I don't know, but it's called Disney Weddings, and I always thought that those were beautiful. And so when I said Florida, like if I have enough money to have a wedding like that, then I will get it. But speaking of destination, as in like going to an island or something, that's definitely there too, because people do that because it saves them money. What you would drop on a venue, a really, really nice venue here, is basically the cost of your wedding in Jamaica or in Mexico. So
I don't want no.
You said you don't want one?
Wedding's overrated.
Well, I mean, I was telling Florida earlier that I feel like you should have what you can afford.
Facts.
So you should not, if you are using credit cards or taking out a loan to pay for your wedding, you need not have that big ass wedding.
Yeah, I learned a lot from a lot of dummies that we all know, and they weddings ain't working out right now. So, I'm just kind of like on this, go to the justice of the peace.
Right.
Have a big reception. There's gonna be a party, and call it a day.
And you have some people for that, so
Well, the reason why I bring it up is because Kevin Sanders, y'all know who he is. He asked a young lady, "What's more important, the wedding?" No. Let me rephrase it. He asked her, "So, what if you had your dream wedding, but in 3 years you're gonna be divorced? Would you still want the wedding?" And this woman actually said, "Yes."
So I don't agree, but what I think the reason why she said yes is because most females have this dream of this fairy tale wedding. And so for her, she's saying whether this marriage works or not, I want this experience. And so maybe that's how she feels about it. Yeah. I'm not sure, but that's the only logical thing I could think of. Like whether or not this works out, I'm still able to experience this fairy tale wedding that I wanted all my life. And whether he's here in 3 years or not, who cares?
Yeah, I think that's for a lot of women. Some men too. Like we seen stuff and we want it, but not knowing what's behind it. Because I think like one of my homeboys, one of the dudes from school sent me this post that this lady was talking about how most women want men to come in and pretty much have this undying love for them. And then the woman has all these issues and with kids and all this, and they want the man to come in and just take care of them or whatever, but they never take care of trying to figure out how to take care of a man, but they always want to put men down. I just feel like sometimes we do, as people, we do have high expectations for others, but not for ourselves. And we think people should take that responsibility without thinking about the responsibility that we have to them.
I saw this, I guess it's like a little snippet of like saying like what you should do when you're dating. And the guy was like, hey, how you doing? Like playing like you're on your first date. Like, did you go to therapy? No? Okay. And he got up. And so I brought that up because I think in these spaces, a lot of these women and men, they come in with this baggage, not understanding how to deal with it. And then they don't look at themselves as what they need to grow, but want the next person to do all these extra things when you don't even understand what it is that you want or what you need. And I think that before you end up in a serious relationship where you are asking your significant other to care for you, you got to learn what you need. You got to learn not only what you need or how to care for yourself, but how to care for others as well. Because I think when you're in a relationship, that's a give and take 50-50 type thing when it comes to, you know, and I know a lot of people look at it as finances, but I think all the way down to physically and emotionally, mentally, like, do we mesh? Do we fit? And I mean, and sometimes you don't. So
well, that brings me to my next question, because I was going to ask, because what is it, the premarital counseling they do?
Yeah.
So would you prefer going to a therapist or a pastor if you had to choose?
Both.
I was about to say probably both. Probably both. I mean, I think that, you know, there are spaces where your therapist can get to that maybe your pastor can't. And then there are spaces where your pastor can get to on a religious level that your therapist isn't going to get or understand. So you probably do need both, depending on, so I'm going to say both depending on how much in the word or in religion you are. Because some people don't even.
I was going to ask that question because I heard a dude at the church I go to now. He said his wife go to so we go to a Baptist church now, but his wife go to a Kojic, and I'm like, oh no, like we need to be at the same church now.
So
I'm not into the religion thing either. Now, but I will say I have nothing against Catholic, but they kind of don't preach the word, or I missed the word a couple times I went. But yeah. Mm-mm.
So I think that that's the thing. Like you have to either be on the same way when it comes to religion, because I think that religion is one of those things that can actually make or break a relationship too. Like I don't think that, like I think that if you're Christian and Catholic, you can probably mesh together. But there are some different religions that they just not gonna mesh. And so you got to figure that out as well. So when it comes down to that, you know, you have to see if a pastor is something that even works for your relationship anyway. But I really think both though, because I think they would deal with two different mindsets of your relationship.
Well, let me ask y'all both this question. Do you think, and this is just me asking this question out the dome. In first meeting someone, do you talk about religion?
I don't.
Oh, wow.
Not the first date. But I think it needs to be talked about early on.
So what do you talk about at the first date then?
Me?
Both
what
of y'all.
do I talk about on the first date? I mean, just random surface things. You know, like what do you do? What do you do for a living? And you know, what's your favorite meal? And you know, stuff like that.
hold on. Hey, hold on. What you asked this girl straight up, hey, you believe in Jesus or what?
Yeah. Let me say this now.
I didn't realize that's what he said.
Hey, let me tell y'all now.
Wait, I mean, but look though, I mean, I think that your question is very upfront, but I think that it's something. But look, no, but like, I mean, but I think so I don't necessarily talk about religion, but I feel like if the conversation comes up and he tells me something like, I don't believe in God, I'm an atheist, then we ain't gonna talk ever again.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is my thing. So I got another question y'all got to answer.
Hold on. Let me do this before you do that. Because
wait. I'm not gonna say not talk ever again, but we can't date. Right.
So I was talking to a young lady. I'm Baptist. She's Jehovah's Witness.
Oh wow.
So it was kind of weird because I don't know all the stuff about Jehovah's Witness. So when I try to invite her over for Christmas, they don't do Christmas.
Yeah, they don't do Christmas.
I was like, okay, well, I'm having a birthday party. I don't do birthday. I was like, you gotta do something for the 4th of July. Nah. And then I don't. First of all, to all the Jehovah's Witnesses out there, I was like, well, I go to church. Like, well, you going to the kingdom today? So it was. I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't know. So, because what is it, Kingdom Hall or something like that? Where they go to? So I was like, well, you going to the? I said, are you going to the palace today? So it was bad though. It was bad. She was
sounds
beautiful.
like bad.
She was so beautiful though. I was like, maybe I need to switch, but I was like, yeah, I'm not going to stop Christmas and birthdays and stuff like that. Nah.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's why you have to figure those things out before you decide to be serious.
Yeah, she was beautiful too. Oh,
see, I think that's my problem. Well, I don't think that's my problem. I think that's everybody else's problem. I be upfront, like I think I done had some bad situations happen. I be upfront when we first get together. I'm trying to find out what you doing. What's your plan for the next 5 years? Probably, and I think it's because of the psychology in me, the mental health part. Like, you know, have you dealt with some of your deep issues? Like, let's talk about it. Do you like your daddy? Do you like your mama? Like, how are you with your nieces and nephews? Like, I really be in a whole deep conversation. But yeah, I'm definitely on the first day. I need to know if you go to church because, like, I live off of church. So if you ain't trying to go to church, we got issues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's good that you do that because you can, as people say, nip it in the bud real quick. Like, all right, next, which is good. So, I mean, if that works for you, then cool. It saves you a lot of time too because you can get that out the way on the first date.
Bruh.
If it ain't working out, then you don't have to worry about a second date.
Bruh.
Like, you go for to be like, hey man, what happened to a girl? But she did not make it.
Well, I know what happened now. Bro, what she was, man. She was a Jehovah's Witness. Oh yeah, she wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
No, all she want to do is go to Bedside Baptist. Yeah, she wasn't gonna make it.
And see, that's the other thing. I don't like that either. I told him at work the other day, like they just put me over this new program, over the NPHC, and they was like, yeah, we can do Zoom. No, we're not doing Zoom. I hate Zoom. I think it's a trigger for me now. Like even just being on here right now, it's a trigger. But we can't meet in person. Oh,
and by the way, Perk is in an undisclosed location. We'll give you the information and the after part of which we got a couple more minutes because Avery got to get off early. So, but yeah. So, huh?
I said attorney Avery Thomas.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's
all right. I forgot. Yeah, you is an attorney. Dang, I didn't say that in the intro.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We know people.
My
did you ask? Hold up, let me ask you a question. Did you ask her about what's going on in Grandma?
I was gonna get to it, but since you brought it up, Avery.
I don't know what's going on up there.
Oh, you don't?
Y'all haven't talked about the volleyball situation?
Nah.
Okay.
Plead the fifth.
There's
next question.
You can plead the fifth, but we're gonna break it up though. You ain't gotta say that.
You can bring it up. You just I ain't just gonna answer nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So
there's new so did somebody send you some new stuff, Florida?
I haven't got nothing new. I heard what I heard for right now. But since Avery not gonna comment, I'm just gonna say that. And the face, I want to see the reactions on the faces of Avery. But so Gremlin did get a new volleyball coach, Coach Chelsea Lucas. She's a Gremlinite, Graham fam. Came from UAPB. Came to Graham. Cut everybody. Literally like Perk. Do y'all believe in Jesus? I guess she found out they did. So she let them all go. And it just started a wind fire. And next thing you know, it's picturing her that looked like a blunt. Could be a blunt, but it maybe look like a black and mild. Do I got the picture? Hope I didn't delete it. I think I did do it.
Avery got that attorney picture on, like.
Yeah. Anyways, oh, I do got it. Yeah, I do got it.
What you said?
I am sad, bro. I am, bro, because it looked like a blunt. Could be a blunt. I mean, you don't know, but we're gonna get out of that. And then everything going on from there, and then there's some other stuff we found out I'm not at liberty to say on this Zoom.
She ain't got nothing to say. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Okay, all right. So, getting back to my topic before you brought up all that.
My client pleaded fifth.
Plead the fifth. I don't think she even walked in the courtroom. She saw what was on the file. Say, you know what? Today's gonna be a me day. I'm finna go get my hair done. Even though I got it done yesterday, I'm finna go get it done again. I'm finna just go out here and get some of these smoothies and keep it moving.
Self-care day.
Self-care.
There you go.
So, Avery, as a young lady who has been in the bridal party.
Wait. Something's off. Okay, go.
As a young lady who's been invited to be part of the bridal party.
Okay.
Is it mandatory that you invite those who invited you to be part of yours?
No.
And we keep it moving. So, no, because some women feel like I put you in my wedding, I need to be in your wedding.
I don't feel that way. But the older I get, huh?
Florida, you got an echo going somewhere.
Oh man. Go ahead. Y'all keep talking while I figure this out.
So for me, the older I get, the more I realize that my thought process is probably just different from most women anyway. But let's say if I had a wedding and I, have my bridal party and then one of them get married and they, I just don't end up being a bridesmaid. I don't think that is absolutely necessary, because whatever vision you have for your wedding is your vision that you have for your wedding. And that's what that is. I feel like your wedding is your decisions and what you want to do. And I shouldn't have to feel like I have to be a part of that. Now, would I get upset if you don't invite me to your wedding? Probably, but I don't necessarily have to be your bridesmaid. But I'm also a person that don't care to be a bridesmaid either. So I don't necessarily need the extra stress or spend the extra money. Like, I'm going to do it for my friends because I feel honored enough to feel like I've been chosen by you. But I honestly don't have to be a bridesmaid. Like, I can be a spectator and be happy in the dress that I bought on my time schedule. You see what I'm saying? But some people, they are like that. Some people are like, if I put you in my wedding, you need to, if you put me in your wedding, you need to. I don't think that's absolutely necessary. I actually think it's low key kind of petty. Now, I guess I get it if I don't know, if this is your best friend from like grade school or something and you feel a certain type of way, then maybe.
Let's say they line sisters. This is random. They line sisters. One had her in. She was her maid of honor, and then the other one turned around and had somebody else as her maid of honor.
I don't see the issue.
Okay. So my next question, we're gonna keep it moving.
Okay.
Does your husband, does what he wanted in a wedding, does that matter about anything?
Absolutely. It's how it is.
Okay.
I think that, if we are both sitting here flipping the bill for this wedding, he should have to say so if he wants to say so. Because you have some men out there that's like, tell me what color tux to get, I'm good. But if you have a fiance that wants to be active in the planning of you guys' wedding, then he should definitely be a part of it.
Okay. You know, some women like he just need to show up, stand right here and say I do.
Again, the more I live, the more I realize that maybe my thought processes aren't the same as other women. Because I've heard, women feel that way, to say like, all he needs to do is show up. He don't need to be a part of any planning, anything. And I think that if your husband, your fiance, soon to be husband, wants to be a part of the planning process, I think you should allow him to be, especially if y'all are both paying for this wedding.
Facts.
If he is giving you his card or his money, just like you are spending on this wedding, he should have a say, or at least I think he should have a say.
We're in agreement on that one.
Yeah. So
if we was going by the old rules, then the bride's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where that mindset comes from, maybe back in the gap, because the bride's father would be flipping the bill, that, that the bride would feel like I have a say-so in all of this because he's not putting no money towards this wedding. So maybe that's where the thought process comes from. But I feel like, if he is, in modern times, the couple pays for their wedding. So if he is sitting here, if your wedding costs, I don't know, $30,000-$40,000.
Jeez.
And hey, weddings can get expensive. I've seen my friends like go through and plan their weddings. Like, that's why I said earlier, the reason why a lot of people do destination weddings is because a nice venue, a really, really nice venue. Like if you're getting a venue like at a really nice, I don't know, Marriott or Sheraton type, Four Seasons type hotel, that your venue will probably easily, and I'm probably lowballing it, would easily be like $12,000 just for the venue. And you can get a destination wedding in Mexico for about 15 and have everything, drinks, food, ceremony. So that's usually the reason why. But yeah, so let's say if the wedding is just evenly, $40,000, if he's coming out $20,000 and I'm coming out of it $20,000, then we both need to be able to equally agree on what's going on in this wedding.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get married if it's 40.
I'm telling you right now, I'm in good standing with my church. I can just give them $150, good to go.
And so a lot of people, they do the ceremony at the church, and so your reception is what actually costs more.
You say the reception over there.
Yeah. The reception, because the reception is where you have the food. The reception is where you have most of your decorations. The reception is where you have the drinks, the DJ, the cake. The reception is actually a big chunk of your wedding budget.
So let me ask this question. Would you rather have, I'm not even gonna say an expensive wedding.
Okay.
But would you rather have a reasonable wedding reception, or would you rather have something that you just have a reception and then put money on a house?
It depends on where I am financially.
Okay. I don't care where I'm financially. I ain't trying to pay that much on a wedding.
So look, I would love a big fancy wedding. So here's my thought. And I know I can't have it the way I want if I decide to get married, but here's my thought.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to lock into the Soul platform with your girl, Missy E, the Party Doll, where we play plenty of amazing music just for you. I'm on all over the world. You can check me out. And if you want to get more information, hit me up at missye.partydoll@gmail.com for more information. That is the Soul platform. Check it out.
After you hear what I gotta say, then you're gonna understand what I mean. I would love a really, really nice, I guess, extravagant wedding with a small amount of people.
How many small?
Like I'd want something no more than like, let's say like 50 people.
Okay, you said 100. That's not small. That's not small.
You don't think
50 people? 50 people small. 50 small. 50 small.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why 50 ain't small. Because I don't know if we're gonna be in that 50 though, Florida.
No, yes. But see, that's so no. Look.
Hold on, Avery. We showing up regardless.
So we ready and crashing.
Pretty much. Just like who y'all is. We own the list. So it don't matter. It could be 5. She can invite 5 people. I guarantee you.
It's gonna be 7.
It's gonna be 7 when she look up. Like I know I put 5 people. What? Oh, Florida and Perk. Never mind. Go ahead, Pastor.
But so, and honestly, 50, 60 people is not a lot. And so I feel like, so the reason why weddings, or at least what I've seen helping my friends do their weddings, is that guest list is what makes it expensive, because you have to pay for the space and the food and the drinks for however many people you are inviting. So the decorations may be expensive, but what gets that budget going up is the fact that, okay, you have good food, but it costs, $60, $70, sometimes $100, $120 per person.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What kind of food you trying to have? Because see, I'm trying to have a buffet.
Oh, let me tell you.
I ain't even trying to go through all that.
I got you. So my dog rather just have now the dessert, keeping it real hood rich. Sweet potato pie.
Oh,
red velvet cake. And what was it?
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake. Real hood rich. We're gonna keep it even more representing the state, because she's gonna have fried fish and fried shrimp with gumbo and etouffee.
So this got to be a cold wedding.
Oh,
and,
food.
Yeah, and the drinks. And the drink, she's gonna have Crown, because she said that's her favorite. But she also does this. We'll talk about this later. But she said she want the Crown mix with champagne.
That's just me.
Hold on, you said Crown mixed with champagne?
With the
champagne. Get you a little Crown. Get you some champagne. Mix it up. Squeeze you a lemon or a lime in there. It's really good.
Okay, we're gonna have to try this June 10th through 13th.
No, okay. you by yourself when it comes to the Crown, the champagne I'm with you. And then it's also something called.
She said a little bit. She said a lot. That's a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, whatever. Okay, ignoring both of y'all. And then she has something that's called French 75, or that's the French 75.
That's basically what it is.
Okay. So that's what's popping at her wedding. If it was like in the near future.
But see, I'm not one of those people. So as extravagant as I would love for the decorations and stuff, and probably my dress and all this other stuff, I'm gonna keep it real on what I eat and what I drink. I'm not gonna change that up just because I have on a nice dress.
That's right. Gonna still grab up.
I think the only expensive thing that I really want is Nadia showed me a picture of a reception area she did that I wanted. And I think she said it was either like 5,000 or 7,000. And I started my layaway then. So by the time I get married, I should be paid off with that one.
Yeah, it'll be paid off. Only thing I want
in your life, Perk.
Huh?
Go ahead, Avery.
You said what?
You got a special woman in your life, Perk?
No, I don't. I'm over here on faith right now. I'm just trying to pay for it, and hopefully by the time I get through paying it, it'll be paid for. It'll be kind of like it's time they meet up,
Okay. Now, mind you, I'm answering these questions without having sat down and thought about what this wedding would be. I wouldn't even. The type of stress that I've seen some of my friends go through, like some of it, I just wouldn't even want to do.
That's why like that stress though. Like they just like when I say you can learn a lot from a dummy, I have learned a lot from these dummies. Like I'm like, bro, I'm not going through all that. Listen, I'm gonna put that on Facebook. I'm gonna invite some people. Personally, we're not going through all this extra stuff, sending out invitation.
I mean, I can do those things. It's just that like some people just they put so much thought into it that it turns into a stressful thing. If I get married, I would like it to be something that's fun. I would like it to be something that, you know, that he and I can agree on, which is why I'm okay with what my fiance would want. What do you like? This is your day too. Like, this is something that we both should enjoy the process. I don't want to turn into, what's that show that they used to have, Bridezilla?
Zilla.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare, like, what's the fun in planning something that's this, you know, that's supposed to be this important to your life? What's the fun in it if you're going to be a bitch the entire time? If you're going to be mean to everybody the entire time? Like, I don't, I feel like you're messing up the vibe, what do they call it? The feng shui of everything. Like, I don't want to do all of that. I want it to be fun. You know, I want it to be fun. I want to choose a place that's going to be nice, that's not going to necessarily break the bank. I would love for my dress to be absolutely A1. That's probably something that I would probably splurge on. And, you know, I want the food to be good, the drinks to be good, and for the vibe, the environment to be a good and happy one. I don't need it to be stuffy or anything like that. Just come, look good, have a good time.
3 questions. Open bar, cash bar?
If I could afford it, I'd rather open bar.
I'm cashing. Everybody got to pay. Everybody. Because guess what? Some of y'all ain't coming here with no gifts. So I know how that is.
There are some people, honestly, that even if they put you on the guest list, when you come in, they are like supposed to check you off as you bring in your gift. Yeah. And I don't really know how they make sure that is set up right. Or
they got ways, because I know people from back for what you're saying, small people. There's a reason why they bring 100 people on that list, so they know they get 100 gifts.
Nah, I know. Well, I know honestly, a lot of people than me, man.
I honestly want people there that I know that are there to be happy for me and whomever I am marrying. I don't want no extra people, no extra. I don't want none of that. Because you have some people that go to people's wedding just to see what the wedding looks like.
How much they do.
And talk about it and stuff. No, I want genuine people there. Yeah. That's all I want, you know. But if I was to marry the person I'm with now, he has a bigger family than I do. So that 50 or that 60 would be ate up by family members in general. So I probably would have to, realistically, if I was to marry him, I probably would have to move it to like maybe 100, 120 people.
122.
Yeah. Who said that y'all wasn't in the count? Who said you wasn't in the number?
No, I'm just go ahead and put it in his head like, hey, listen, we're doing 120, but the 122, that ain't for your side. Like the extra 2 ain't for you. So if you like, oh man, Pookie and them coming, nah. Tell Pookie and them they can come by the house when we come back from our honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
how many bridesmaids?
I honestly don't want a lot.
What's the max? Because I was in a wedding where we had 2 best men, and I think it was like 25 groomsmen.
I'm not trying to go into double digits.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to go over 7.
That's a good number.
Most I would probably push it is 10, but I don't want 10. I don't want all of them. No, I don't want all. To me, it looks a tad bit weird when you have like the bride and groom, and then you got all of these people that's just spread across. When, to me, you know, you could have picked, I don't know, your number of guys that you talk to every day, all day, or your number of girls that you talk to every day, all day. But it don't need to be nobody that you're trying to force the situation on. Like I have, like friends of mine who will put their cousins in their wedding party because, that's your cousin. But if that's not like a cousin that you talk to every day, that's like, close to you, then your cousin needs to be in a pew. Or at least that's how I feel. Like I have cousins, and I have a good amount of cousins that I talk to on a regular basis. Like I talk to them every day. Like they are like my first best friends before I met my best friends. And so them, yes, but I also have cousins that I talk to during holidays. There's a difference. You have to pick that difference. Like if that person isn't somebody that you consider close, like if something is going on in your life and you can't pick up the phone and call them, then they don't need to be up there with you when you get married. At least I don't think so.
Florida, how many groomsmen are you trying to have?
5.
Ooh, that boy said 5. Gosh.
Easy peasy.
5. I'm real. Like she got 10.
If you had 5, if she only got 2, how you do that?
Oh, 3. Y'all gotta go.
But this is what I thought though. Listen, I thought about that because I like at one point I was talking to a chick. I thought I was gonna marry, right? So I know she didn't have friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing was, okay, I know at the time I know 4 people, 5. I knew 5 people that were gonna be my groom. I knew who my best man was gonna be. So I was like, cool. And I was like, she might have 2 people. What do I do with the other 3 people? I was like, okay, I got an idea. So Avery said something that made sense to me. I only wanted the people there who would check me about my relationship. So like some people have, they go to weddings and they're like, okay, everybody here should be the ones who are talking, who's basically giving you advice to keep you in the marriage. Now, for me and the friends that I have, they probably wouldn't keep me in my relationship. I know one of them wouldn't keep me in a relationship. The other one probably would. The one that's gone, probably, I don't know what he would say. Because sometimes he'd be like, yeah, bro, you gotta get out. Then he'd be like, yeah, bro, you might have to stay. So I say the extra people I would use to stand behind me as a security blanket from the world. That's how I would use my extra people. Mm-hmm. Just because
is they at the wedding?
At the wedding.
Okay.
So like you're standing there talking to the preacher, and they're like behind you, not on the side of you, but they're behind you because those are the people that you're going to talk to.
Now, if you have an odd number as well, if y'all know the same, what I've seen done before is that the groomsmen walk in with the groom, and then when they do the down the aisle thing, the girls are alone. They're not paired up with somebody. Yeah. And so you do that if that just so happens to be the situation. If you have 5, she has 2, then your men just won't walk down the aisle, or they'll walk down with you when you go down to stand there and wait. And they'll just wait with you. And then when the bride comes, her 2 friends will come out, and then she'll come out, and you just got to make it work. That's if you guys don't figure out how to get the same number of people.
Well, I mean, I say 5, and the only reason I say 5 because it should. I ain't trying to have all that people going on because let's get to the we here for a reason. Mm-hmm. Let's get to it. And then on top of that, being in weddings before, I was usually the first one in because I was the tallest, and now you gotta wait for like 9 to 8 more people. And then on top of that, being the tallest, sometimes, growing up, the tallest chick, she really ain't that cute. So now I got to pretend and, all that. It's just, give me 5. Let's keep this thing
I mean, I understand though. You're talking about I'm the tallest. The other one, she probably ain't think
I'm always like tall. Like even the last one I went, I was with Leah. I ain't practiced with them all week. Guess who walked in first? So
it's like
okay. All right, I got two more questions for you, because I know we gotta let you go, and then we got our Cal podcast question. So my next question is dealing with the bachelorette and the bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be something you would be worried about? Because they say the bachelor party is the man to get his last hooray out before he be I do forever. Would that be a situation, or would it just be like, hey, do your thing? Because I got the bachelorette party going on over here.
Hopefully, if I'm marrying him, I shouldn't have to worry about that. I'm hoping not.
Well, once again, but in different times, now they got the bachelorette and the bachelor party combined.
Yeah.
Oh, combined. I don't want it combined though.
Oh, that speaks very highly of you right there, Avery. I
don't think I want it combined. I feel like he and I are gonna be together forever. So now, and I want him to go have fun with his friends. Now I am hoping that if and when I'm in that situation, I trust him enough to not do anything that would ruin the trust of our relationship. But I'd want him to go with his friends and have fun. I don't need to be there with you. And vice versa, though. I don't want you, like, look, what I've seen some people do is like they'll go to two different parties, right? And let's say they get a section at a club from like 12 to 2 or some shit. I don't know, maybe something like that. I don't know, but I wouldn't want my party with him because I want him to enjoy himself with his friends, and I would like to enjoy myself with my friends. Like there's a different type of fun. Not to say that it's some untrustworthy fun, but there's a different type of fun that you have with your girls and that he can have with his boys. That type of fun isn't going to be there if we're all intertwined, I guess. But I guess we can all intertwine at some point later.
I mean, like, it's yours. So hey, you do.
I mean,
you.
so I would rather not. But I mean, we can do the thing to where we all come together at the end as one. Like for instance, I went to a bachelor party and we did our own thing. Her fiance, well now husband, and they did their own thing. And it organically ended up together because as we were walking from the strip club that we came from, they were actually driving past us. And then we all ended up together at the end of the night. And it was still fun, but they still went and did their own fun. We went and did our own fun, It doesn't have to be together. Like if that's something that he want to do, I guess we could talk about it. We ain't got to do it together though.
I mean,
she don't want to do it.
Yeah, well, no, but I think
gonna be so much booty around Avery.
I mean, but that's so. I'm not one of those people who feel threatened by a stripper with her ass out. This is what she do. It's her occupation. So I've never been that type of person to be like, no, you can't do this. Now, what I do believe in is boundaries. Like, if you throwing money at the stripper, cool. You can't be up there on stage with your finger in her cat. Like, you can't do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. That's nasty.
But no, I'm
with you. I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with you. Hey, look.
You lying right now, right?
No. I'm sorry. No,
let me tell you something. First of all, whoever sees this gonna know you lying. So, but go ahead.
First of all, hold on. I haven't done that since I was 18. I haven't done that since I was 18. Like, I came to a point where I'm like, man, I wonder else who done did this today. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing this.
Well, no, because so I think that there's this line that is there that turns from stripping to almost like a prostitution type thing.
Yeah.
So I don't mind anybody going and enjoying themselves in the strip club or whatever. Just know that there are boundaries.
Yeah. Just keep it off your face, and everything good. You're gonna get a lap dance. We know this. But hey, you ain't got to put your face into it.
There, right? And so I mean, and even for women, like we can go to a strip club, a male strip club, And I can throw money at you, but there are lines that you just don't cross.
Yeah, don't make sure you don't put it on your forehead.
There you go.
There you go. My last question. Honeymoon. Is it honeymoon, is it important to go after or maybe down the line?
It depends.
On the finance?
Not necessarily just the finance, just time in general. Like if it just depends on not just finances, but time for this too. Because for me, I wouldn't want a quick honeymoon. Like I would want a honeymoon that's at least a week long. Ooh. And so we would have to make sure that, am I able to take this week off right after the wedding, or do we need to wait a month or two down the line for me to be able to take off the time I want to have the type of wedding that I want? I mean, the type of honeymoon that I want. Because some people, they as soon as the wedding is over, they hopping on the plane the next day, but they gone for what, 3 days, maybe 4? Nah, I need a
Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah. I want something to where I can really enjoy myself with my new husband. I want days where I can sit on the beach and do nothing with my new husband and not have to cram everything in 3 days. And then now you come back from vacation, now you're tired.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
I'm gonna have to add that to my repertoire.
No, I'm with that. I never understood why people would go, like, especially like on a cruise, a 3 or 4 day cruise.
Yeah,
that's to me, that's not nothing honeymoonish to me.
I agree. So, I agree.
Even like be honest with you, I'd rather go to Vegas than go on a cruise.
Wow.
Because the cruise, you are stuck to that. You stuck to that ship. You stuck to the food that they got on that ship. And after like day 2 being stuck on that ship with that same food, you low-key over it.
Well, not mostly the food. It's just like what. First of all, the rooms are little. They're not that big. At least with Vegas, we could get us a suite and be away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
What you trying to do in the suite, though?
What you think I'm trying to do?
The same you do in that little room?
Man, please. Suite, we could do a little more thing. And when we're done, you can go to your side, I go to my side, I can enjoy the game. We get back together, do some brunch.
I think too, you are very comfortable in spaces that you are comfortable in. So if you have a suite in Vegas and you're comfortable in it, you feel clean, you feel like you can move around, you feel a little bit better, even though you're not going to be in that room as often, I guess. But I don't know, if you're on your honeymoon, you might be in that room more than you are in space.
We gotta eat, so we gotta take a break. Gotta eat. Gotta re-nourish. Get the stuff back up to power so we can do it again.
But I was just saying that with the cruise ship, because that's how I felt. I've been on a cruise and it was really nice. It really was. But I don't see how people can do like maybe anything longer than 5 days. And I mean like 3 whole days, you know, the day coming on, 3 whole days, and the day coming off. Once, like, you have a pizza place, the burger place, you have the regular dinner that you can pick out of, maybe a taco place, maybe a breakfast place, but and a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't, and you eating that breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It was good to me.
No, I think that a cruise is, so let me not say that a cruise is bad. A cruise is not bad. I would not do
but
that.
It's not, I'm with you on that. It's not honeymoonish. So
Right. But I would want something, you know, on a beach, pina colada type shit, a drink with an umbrella in it for at least a week.
Okay. Season 3 Cap Podcast, wedding season. It kind of worked out. Quita had an emergency she can get on, but it's Team Golden. It's us on here. So once again, Avery, we kind of upgraded and we got questions that I don't think we ever asked you. So we usually have 10, but I'm gonna add some old ones in just to hear your answers. So first question, love or money?
I can't say both, huh?
Nope.
Money.
And let me warn you. Oh, okay, same thing. I'm about to say, because we have some people who said stuff with their bays in the room and it kind of didn't work out. So.
Oh, no, money. Go ahead.
Money. All right. Rent or own?
Own.
Vacation or girls trip?
Vacation.
9 to 5 or entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship.
Liquor or wine?
Wine.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Financial.
Old school music or new school music?
Old school.
T-shirt and panties or lingerie?
T-shirt.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes.
Belize or Dubai?
I've been to neither, but thinking of the type of pictures that people have going on, probably Belize.
Have you had a one-night stand?
No.
Oh, I was really disappointed in that question. All right. So you gotta pick one. We're gonna give you 3 options, but you gotta pick one. Drunk sex, high sex, or sober sex?
Sober.
Cash money or no limit records?
Cash money.
Damn. I have faith in you in that question. Are sneaky links real?
I think they are, just not for me.
Okay, and we're going to ask you a Cal Podcast question. This is our annual question. This is our question. Whataburger pancakes or Cracker Barrel pancakes?
Cracker Barrel.
Bingo.
It's just been a bad day all.
Cracker Barrel has the extra crispy.
Oh,
on the end.
Have you had Whataburger pancakes?
No.
I have. No, I have, and they're kind of rubbery.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it wasn't a good day, but I only had them that one time, and I tried them that one time. I didn't like them, and I never came back.
Team Golden, we're going to have a meeting after this. I'm not liking what's going on today. So, but anyways, Avery, this is a part of the show. We give you a chance to promote whatever you want to promote. Say what you want to say. If you want to give a shout out, the floor is yours.
I would like to promote love and kindness. That's it. And love yourself, be kind to yourself, love others, and be kind to others. That's it.
Perk, got anything else?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, Avery, thank you for getting back on. It's been a whole season that you didn't get it back on, but you got on for season 3. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Well, Quita, if people don't know why Quita on, she couldn't make it. She had a family emergency with her son. So we praying for him and hopefully everything work out with that. But like I always say, we're going to get better. We're going to do better. That's Perk. Praying for Quita. Everything wants to get on again with us. And, y'all have a good night.
No GPS, I took the wrong route. Proceeding with caution.
G14 classified.
Now his mama dropping
That's
tears
good.
in his coffin. I never speak on what we did. Got skeletons in my closet. And I got sharks who ride.
DJ Star.
Hello world. HSCAT, you know how we do.
Long live DJ Star.